one guy who has said, you know what? The road is never going to be straight, but we must keep our eyes on the crown. 15 years now, and maybe later we can have a conversation of 15 years later, probably. But let's begin with the now.
All right. I hope I've calmed down. The rich also cry. I am super excited about the 7th edition. This is the 7th edition. We started in 2013 with Africa Laughs. That's why I am very sad that a representative from Fenon Events is not here. Fenon was actually my first ever sponsor when I did Africa Laughs, the first ever edition of Africa Laughs. He's the one who got me other sponsors because it was the first time I was doing a big show. I didn't know anything. The only motivation I had was no Nigerian should come to Uganda and organize a show, because most of the big comedy shows were organized by a Nigerian promoter. So I said, no. So I sat down with Steve, and he was actually the one brainstorming. I had the idea, but he had the execution. So I am sad that he's not here. And he has been the one sponsor who has been on all the 7 editions. That's why I wanted to give him his flowers, to give them their flowers while we still can. But I hope he's watching live. Mr. Steve Jean, Olimuntu Wange, thank you so much. So many of you are looking at the number of sponsors and you're like, Salvador is lucky. Salvador is lucky. It's not luck. This was an intentional investment in human capital. Most of the sponsors you see here are not just sponsors, they are my friends. I invested a lot in making sure they understand who Salvador is, so that when I take to them a proposal, it's not a matter of, Obachi. They will be like, Salvador, even if we don't have money, we are going to be part of this show. So I am so honored to have all these sponsors. And, the seats were not even enough. Some of them have not even made it because they had other engagements. But I am so humbled to have all the sponsors to be part of this show. And one thing I can tell you, for those who have attended the shows are usually 100% top notch. There is no doubt about that. But it's the partnerships that you have that even make it very, very easy. This is the easiest show I've ever done in terms of commitments from sponsors and in terms of commitments from the performers, in terms of everything. For example, this venue, because of the relationship I have with the Ruparellia group, was given to me for free. And all that was years of investment. So this show is very, very special to me because it's going to be also a dedication to my fallen brothers.
Like I said, 15 years, just within 15 years, a lot has happened. Oh, shall I remind you guys, by the way, within the 15 years, there's a time we used to have a show right outside where we're having the parking area. So formerly a venue for comedy, now a parking area. 15 years, so many things happen. And that's why I said it makes a lot of sense for Salvador, especially if you've worked closely with Patrick, you know what the 15 years mean to him as a celebration. 15 years, we've lost some people. It's been unfortunate that we can't be with them. But the brick that they laid on our lives and in this industry, that's why it is worth it that we celebrate them when we are having 15 years. Yes, Anne. Check mic 1, 2.
Am I audible? I would just like, as Salvador takes a break, just to talk about him as an individual and why we've come in as a bank to support him. Some of the values that Salvador embodies are very close to us as a bank. I'll just mention 2 of them as he gets, back into it. One of the values is trust. We all know you cannot go to a bank if you don't trust a bank. And Salvador is that one person that you can trust, that is always on your side. When he says he's going to do something, when he says I'm going to come through for you, he will be there for you. So as a bank, we embody those values, and Salvador does that as well, and that's why we are here to support him. The other one is integrity. Definitely, without that, you cannot, be able to get people coming to you with their money, trust you with their money, everything else, financial support, assets, and all that. And Salvador is one of those people that embody that value of integrity. He always does the right thing the right way. And for that, Salvador, we are privileged and honored to be part of your journey. I know at I&M we've walked with you a journey of 3 years since I&M was acquired. Orient Bank was acquired by I&M. We've been with you and we commit to walk the journey with you. Personally, I've walked a journey with you of over 12, 13 years. Yes, thank you so much.
All right, I'm back, surprise. So yes, like I was saying, I'm going to dedicate this show to two of my brothers who passed on. That is the late Rajiv Ruparellia and Cedric Babu. They pushed me.
For members of the media, I guess this is clearly answered now. I remember when everything happened and Salvador was on social media talking, there were so many questions that were raised. I guess now we actually get a conclusive answer of why he was very passionate talking about those two gentlemen, particularly for, I think, all the comedians. If you've worked with Salvador, you know that somehow, somewhere, Cedric and Rajiv were always there for us. I remember when we used to host shows just down here, we would make phone calls and Salvador will say, and it was always sorted. I can tell you, Salvador, wherever they are, they must be smiling and so proud of you. One, because you have not forgotten. Very important. And number two, because you have not backed down, you have decided to carry on. I know how much they believed in you, how much they trusted you, and how much they empowered you. The only one thing you can do is to keep that candle burning. It's just to keep pushing and stay strong for them. They must be smiling.
I'm going to leave that part of my speech because it always brings back the memories I had with them. But in a special way, I want to thank this lady, Annette Nachiaka, not just because of I&M Bank coming on board, but this is a lady who believed in me from day one. I will tell you a story of how we came into contact. This is as early as 2014, 2015. So I used to drink a certain kind of whiskey because that was the first time it had come into the country. The bottle looked good and it was cheap. So me and my crew, we would drink that for free. But the way we drank it, Annette and the company, by then when she was with UBL, thought I was an influencer. So she sat down, they had discussions, and she said, I need that guy. So one time I get a phone call from Annette. Annette asks me, how much do those people pay you? I said, but I had heard a lot about her. I said, opportunity comes once. I said, Annette, you will not manage. She told me, whatever they are paying you, I will triple it. Now, they were not paying me anything. You know very well when you multiply 0, you get 0. So I said, what do you need from me? She just told me, whatever you're doing with that brand, I want you to do it even better for Singleton. So I said, Annette, I am not going to charge you monthly. This is all I need from you. Whenever I have a show, I want you guys to sponsor it 100%. This lady did not even give me time to finish. She just said, done. I said, eh? By then I was holding the other drink. The way I threw it. And that is how my journey with Singleton started. For me, to the extent of being called Mr. Singleton. And in 2020, she made me the brand ambassador for Singleton. Then COVID came and things changed. But she has walked the journey with me, because I sat down and I tried to write a proposal to the I&M Bank. And I'm like, what are the benefits I'm going to give a bank as a comedian? And it just told me, Salvador, we want to say that you have a show, even if on one page. Just tell me you have a show, let me do the rest. This woman wrote for me my proposal. She wrote a proposal for herself, for me. And before you know it, here we are. And all this has been made possible courtesy of I&M and Annette. I'm so grateful, Annette. And she's going to be the last person to close this press conference. I want her to take the moment. I want the world to know the values, the things that you've brought, not just to I&M, but to this country and to the entertainment sector. For those who have worked with her, you understand. I think you know what I'm talking about. And of course, with I&M, we now have a very close relationship. I do most of their events, and I am so proud to say that I am going to be one of the customers to take advantage of the Tuchikube ne I&M campaign, because Hairaxekadie, Tuetagayo, Mistobeshing and Tiatabu, almost zero mileage. Zero mileage. And you pay only 3.2 million shillings per month. This was Sobola. When I default, they have my account here.
Ngabachikuba.
So, and this is, by the way, I'm very, very serious. I am going to come and I sign on. I need Linda, Funim Papula. I need my Mr. Bish at 0 mile. Nendo kujoga. So, yeah, I am so happy that, first of all, the comedians on this lineup.
I believe Victoria Motors will give you an upgrade.
Oh.
Yes.
You don't say.
Yes.
Leave it. Continue. Anyway, the guys you see on this lineup, for the past 2 years that Africa Labs has not been on, I've been performing with them across the continent, across the world. We've been to the UK, we've been to Canada together. I know you guys, you are in for a treat. And this year, I deliberately made the Ugandan lineup bigger, because Mutuvumanyo. Today, on the 25th, I want to show you that Ugandan comedy is almost 3 times at a very international level than almost all these guys you see. They are good, but we are better. The only thing they have is support. Between TikTok no kutuzarawa. But that's why you find Madrat and Chico are going to be on that stage. Anne Kansiime is going to be on that stage. Dr. Hila Rokello is going to be on that stage. Emma Napoleon is going to be on that stage. Ronnie McVex is going to be on that stage. And this time I am not hosting. I am going to perform for 1 hour. So that I let you people know. I want you guys to go back home and you say, hey, we should give them more support. So I deliberately did that to get the best. These are the best comedians right now in Africa, outside Uganda, versus the best comedians, best Ugandan comedians in the world. So you are going to see what is going to happen on the 25th, and I'm promising you magic. I'm promising you magic. That said, I want to thank all my sponsors. I call you guys partners because you never make things hard. There's nothing like come tomorrow. When we meet, everything is agreed there and then, and I never have to move again. So to I&M, to Crown Beverages, to Time Corp, to Eurogold, I did not even send them a proposal. But I know, because the guy is from West Nile. He's my brother, so He was like, we need to support each other. I want to thank Vera Forex Bureau. Vera Forex Bureau is the only company that has used me in their advert in my whole 15 years. Vera. Billboard. I want to thank Fontis Residency Hotels. I want to thank Arcadia Suits. Arcadia, we have our story. By the way, they're the ones going to be in charge of the hospitality for the VVIP and the VIP areas. So, Arcadia Suits, thank you so much. Thank you so much to Momo, MTN Momo, and Momo by MTN, and then MTN. By the way, these are two different companies, if you didn't know. Victoria University, Victoria Motors, Uganda Airlines, Uganda Waraji, the premium sponsor for comedy. There are quite so many. My God. Thanks for you. Hey, they have promised me magic and I can't wait. Guys, Fenon, there are too many. All I can say is I am very grateful and thank you for believing in me. May God bless you. And now I would like to do the honors of inviting my title sponsor from I&M Bank. She's on my side. I'm on your side. We shall be on each other's side. Ladies and gentlemen, the marketing manager, marketing director, I call her marketing director, Annette Nachiaga.
Thank you, Salvador. I think I'm lost for words. I need some tissue. Like Salvador has already alluded to it, our journey is goes way back 13 years when I was in another industry, coming into banking, totally different industry. And someone would ask, why would a bank choose to partner with Salvador? I would like to share this, and just for all the brands out there, if you're looking for a partner, Salvador is a partner that is going to help your brand grow. Like I've already mentioned, he embodies the qualities of trust, integrity. He, like in our language, that like we're saying in the bank right now, tuchikube, Salvador achikuba. You do not partner with Salvador and don't get your brand awareness scores going up. In my previous life, like he mentioned, there was a brand called Singleton. That brand was not known in Uganda at all. When we partnered with Salvador, he single-handedly grew that brand in this market and in Africa. Because every time he would go for shows across Africa, because Uganda Brewery is under Diageo, which has, presence across Africa. So every time he traveled to every market, he would actually take the brand with him. And it got Singleton a lot of visibility and consumption across Africa. And with I&M Bank, like Rachel already mentioned, we are a regional bank. Salvador has already done it for us at Chikubye with the I&M Bank World Elite MasterCard. You actually didn't share your experience of the World Elite MasterCard. Yes, Salvador at Chikubye, and as I&M Bank, that's one of the solutions that we stand out for in the market. The I&M Bank World Elite MasterCard. If you've not got it, Salvador's story will definitely inspire you to get that card. And without saying so much more, I would like to thank you for accepting I&M Bank to be your title sponsor, and we will walk this journey with you. Tuchali nawe, tuchikuba nawe. Thank you. We are on your side.
Big round of applause, ladies.
Physical tickets, but the online tickets are on Momo Pay. Dial *165*20# to download your app now.